The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out proved somewhat fruitful as he is able to get it across the 25 by a little bit. And coming off a 26-10 win over L.A., here come the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. 269 through the air for Brady in that game, and a touchdown pass as well.
And every time you worry, partner, about how we're going to celebrate Tom Brady even more, right, and point to all of his accomplishments, he keeps adding to them, right? 201 wins as a starting quarterback in the NFL. That includes regular season and playoffs. The #1 guy of all time.
Yeah, he passed Peyton Manning with this last victory. Throwing on first down is Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And Blount had a nice touchdown run this past week against the Rams. I think it was 4th and 1. He bounced it outside, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly when you would expect him to get the ball. 4th and 1, have him power in between the guards, you know, and get a first down. But as you noted, able to bounce it outside and then showed some speed that I'm not sure a lot of people thought that he possessed, and took it the distance. Ended up having an 88-yard day.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run again with Blount. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Brady to throw on 2nd down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Brady now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 38 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and the gadget play gets them into the end zone. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the... And Green Bay makes their way out for offense. Aaron Rodgers just turned 33 last week on December 2nd. Celebrated the birthday in the snow with a win over the Texans. 2 touchdown passes, no picks.
He may have just turned 33, but I think he rolled back the clock a little bit because, to me, this is the best he's played all season these last few weeks. And I think it's because he trusts his receivers a little bit more. Earlier in the year, he was always trying to make the play bigger, right? Wait a little bit longer. Let him get downfield. Now, in rhythm, on time, balls out to the receivers, and I think he's playing really well, and the Packers are benefiting.
Time running out here on the play clock. Rodgers now to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Cobb only had 19 yards last week, but he scored a touchdown, and he made a beautiful snow angel in Lambeau Field.
Is that what they call a football move after the catch? Is that what that is? How about that snow angel, and then got up and did the Lambeau leap right into the laps of two Texans
fans, right.
But when you're in Lambeau Field, you go ahead and accept Randall Cobb jumping into the stands if you're a Texans fan.
Second down now after the pass completion. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Still second down.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now starts. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver. Every year for his quarterback.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now New England will take over again on offense, sitting at 10-2. But the big news, of course, losing Rob Gronkowski. Back surgery on December 2nd last week. Done for the year.
This was his third back surgery, so everybody's very concerned about his health and him coming back to play. But now they've got to adjust on offense without him. They had such a great tandem with he and Martellus Bennett, the other tight end position. But Bennett, he's a Pro Bowl player in his own right. They can shift everything to him and have everyone else pick up the slack.
Brady. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Brady to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Demarius Randall's a versatile player. Played both safety and cornerback in college. They're using those same skills in the NFL.
Third down and 3. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. A gain of 8 and a...
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first and 10, here's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They come out here in the I. Brady gives now to Blunt. LeGarrette Blunt. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt, 55 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends in a touchdown run by LeGarrette Blunt. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Rodgers now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now out come the Patriots. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So after the INT, it's Brady. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Red zone opportunity. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Brady to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And that takes us from second to third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing is Brady on third down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Now Blount. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. Second rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And that one is going to set the offense back. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And for Nelson, second-best performance of the year in Week 13, over 100 yards at 118, a touchdown as well.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but at the beginning of the season, didn't you sense that most people thought that those two, talk about Jordy Nelson and Aaron Rodgers, would pick right up where they left off before Nelson's knee injury?
I know, I thought so in my fantasy draft.
Yeah, of course you did. But we probably shouldn't have thought that. It takes some time to get your timing.
Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Blake Martinez, the rookie from Stanford, leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. On second down, here's Brady. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now the 4-year man out of Louisiana Tech, that's Ryan Allen, on to kick this one away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Rodgers now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, Charles, making a quick pivot, cleats have been a big topic of conversation for a lot of reasons this year, but the my cause, my cleats thing that's going on in the league, that's pretty cool. Players essentially putting the charity of their choice on their cleat and putting money towards that charity. A neat thing.
A very neat thing, and what I took away from it more than anything else is the diversity of causes out there. So when you look at what these guys were representing and wanting to get their message out, think to yourself, these guys are not one-dimensional people. It's not just simply football. It's football, family, friends, causes, and these guys really care about what they were doing.
If you want to learn more about it, by the way, it's NFL.com/mycausemycleats. And he comes back with one complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, Marco.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Offside. Defense. Still first down.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He completes it middle of the field to Janis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers surveying the field. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers to throw on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Crosby puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Packers trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Patriots came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they played. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Patriots take it at the 39. Brady's got the connection on the slant, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Patriots strike first in this one. Third down, inches to go. Lunt's able to get clear of the defense, and he's going for the 55-yard touchdown. The Patriots up now by 14. Third down at the 29. Rodgers under pressure and will throw the pick. It's McCourty who's in the right spot to pick off the pass. Now following the interception, Blunt's going to take it off the left edge, and he ends up rushing in for his second touchdown. The Pats go up by 21. Packers with the ball, final seconds of the half. Jared Cook the catch over the middle, and he'll be tackled at the 11-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back up to Green Bay as we rejoin Brandon and Charles at Lambeau Field.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw, and Rodgers intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. I want to switch gears for a second just to talk quarterbacks. We've discussed a lot of young quarterbacks being great in the league this year. Aaron Rodgers turned 33 this past week. In general, at what age do you start to say, that's tough for him to still do it under center in the NFL?
You know, that's a great question because based on what I remember from my youth and growing up in the game and observing the game, early 30s, you started to wonder a little bit about guys. But I think that number's really been extended, partner, because better nutrition, better health, these guys are taking care of themselves, and they want to play longer. They love playing. So take a look at what Tom Brady's doing now at his age. Look at what Drew Brees is doing at his age. And neither one of them has talked at all about giving up this game.
And just to be clear, Aaron, if you're listening, I was not calling you old.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. Complete, starts on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brady now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, Charles, a lot of discussion this year from us about MVP candidates, understandably so. What about guys who maybe would be in that MVP discussion if their team was performing better?
David Johnson, the running back for Arizona, tracking for over 2,400 yards all-purpose. How about Drew Brees, tracking for another season of over 5,000 yards passing? And Luke Kuechly from Carolina. He's always in this discussion, but with his injury, that takes him out of it. But how about after he got hurt against New Orleans, the respect from everyone else in the league, the concern about his injury, that tells you about what they think of him.
Here's Blunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
And some extras coming up on the line here. Rhyme set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a handoff to start the drive. To start. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. It's the replacement for Chandler Jones, Chris Long, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Play clock winding down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And he finds Cook. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. And they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Get reset. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Easy, 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 easy. No.
The play clock's running down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Brady. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Again, here's Blunt. Down right around the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a carry for Blunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski for the field goal attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good move.
They're trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Complete, starts on the screen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.